Hello babes, and welcome back to my channel. I look a little crusty right now. I have been sick again. I know every time I talk to you guys I'm always sick, but I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. I got sick. I woke up sick on Sunday, and today has been so bad. Like, I've literally been laying in my bed all day. I wanted to start this video because we're looking for another 5-star read. Like, this video stops when I find another 5-star read. I feel like I have potentials, so I'm excited. I have the first book we're gonna start reading is Reckless by Lauren Roberts. This is the second book of the Powerless trilogy. I am excited. I really did like Powerless, and I gave Powerless a 5 stars, but I've heard a lot of different things about this book, so I don't think this is going to be a 5-star read, but it could be a potential. This video could last weeks, months. This one could be a 5-star read, and this could be the end of the video. Who knows? But I really am hoping to find a 5-star read. I think so far this year I've had 5, 6. I can't remember if it's 5 or 8, but I have so far read 31 books, and I've only had 5 or 8, and I can't remember it. I was going through my notes earlier, and I saw, but I don't remember if it was 5 or 8 books of them. I will look, and then I will update you guys on that. But I've read 31 books, and I've only had a few 5-star reads. One of them, I think, was a reread, or it was more like, actually, when I read it, it was like a 4.5. When I did the audio for it, it was a 5 star because the audio was like so good. It was better than reading the book. One of them was a reread, and then all the other ones are just newer books that I found or new books that I read. So yeah, I think for me, a 5 stars is more like it keeps me entertained since the beginning to the end. And it's not a slow book. It's a book that I don't want to put down. A book that I'm understanding since the beginning to the end. Because a lot of the times I rate my books 4.75 because a lot of them get like super slow. Like, there's parts where they're slow, and then some other times the beginning of it, I'm not understanding what I'm reading until like I'm getting into the book a little bit more. But a book that keeps me entertained, keeps me going, and I know what I'm reading, and I love it, that's a 5-star book for me. I'm not really like a picky person like that, because I know a lot of people who read are more like, they're like, oh, this is not reality, like, this doesn't make sense because of this reason. Like me, it doesn't have to make sense for me. As long as it keeps me entertained, it keeps me going, that's fine with me. Because I know a lot of these are fantasy books, and these are not real life, or like they're fiction books and they're not real life. So obviously I'm not gonna rate a book because of how realistic it is or not. So we're gonna read Reckless. I want to get to Fearless. I think this is the last book next month. So hopefully, but like I said, we're gonna keep going until we find a 5-star read. It could take months, weeks. This one could be it. Days, who knows? But we will find a 5-star read. I will update you guys when there's an update. But let's read a little bit of Fearless before we go to bed. It's like 10 o'clock at night and I'm barely starting this video. That's why I look so crusty, and I'm sick. So yeah, let's read this and I'll keep you updated and see how we do. So, update on the book. I am barely 20% in this book, but I want to read at least this much by today, which is like 40%. I honestly, I'm not liking this book as much as I like the first one. The first one kind of like caught me since the beginning. This one's a little bit harder for me to be into it. I don't know. I don't know if because I'm sick, I'm tired. I don't know what it is, but I've been, I just sat down and started reading, and I'm not really like a fan of this book so far. But I'm only 20%. I know for sure this is not going to be a 5-star read. I am barely 20% in this book, so I'm hoping it gets better for me. Well, I will continue reading and I will give you guys an update when there's an update to be given. So far, like I said, I'm not really into this book. Not really liking it, but hopefully it gets better for me. Okay, so I finally finished Reckless by Lauren Roberts. Let's talk a little bit about it. I think I told you guys at the beginning I was not into this book, and it was mostly because, first of all, I did not know there was 3 POVs, which honestly, in my opinion, I don't even think we needed Kit's POV. And then I think it was more like because they were not together, so it was like they're telling her story and then telling his story, like parts of what they're doing. They were trying to get to each other, or he was trying to get to her, and she obviously was trying to run away from him or get away from him. But I feel like it started, to me, in my opinion, it started getting better once like he found her and he was trying to take her back to her brother, to his brother. So then it was like, it was just getting like so much better. Honestly, like I said, I really liked the first book a lot. Like I just picked up the pace in the beginning, and this one was like a little slow. I struggled so much for the beginning of it, but I like the chemistry. Obviously in the beginning there was chemistry too, like in the first book. This one though, it's more trying to fight the feelings that they have for each other, which obviously it doesn't happen. And just like the confessions, and honestly having to find out also what happened to her dad, and like the letters that she finds, and like her reading the letters and what happens in the letters, like her dad and stuff. I love all that. Like it just gave me like a little insight of who her dad was. And then the other thing that we find out in this book about her mom, if you know, you know. But it was really good. It's just like the ending. I kind of knew like it was gonna happen because I like told myself, he kept talking about a box, and I was like, I know it's gonna happen because of the triangle that they had in the in Powerless. So it was like, I know this is gonna happen. I didn't want it to happen, so now I'm like ready to jump in the third book and read Fearless and see how the outcome is in Fearless because of this whole situation. I did give it a 4.5, so unfortunately this is not our 5-star read, but it was actually pretty good after, I want to say after chapter 12 or 13 maybe, but I really did enjoy it, and I'm ready to pick up Fearless also. The next book that we'll be reading for this reading blog to find our 5-star read is going to be A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. I really did like the second book. I gave that one a 4.75. It did get slow in some parts. So this one, I'm hoping it's better. I don't know if I'm going to find a 5-star in this book, but I hope so. I feel like I'm gonna like this one a lot more because I heard it's like politics and stuff, and I really do like when it's about politics. And just how the second book ended. I've been wanting to read this one since then, and I'm not usually one to pick up the next book after I finish one because I'm not really like, I mentioned it several times, like I just can't do like series back to back on the books. But like just doing like this one just wanted me, the second one, and like to pick this one up as soon as I could. So this is the next month, and this is why this one's getting picked up. I heard the next one's not as good, so I mean it is a thin one, so I'm like I can probably pick up that one anytime. But I heard the last one. The last one, it's massive. I'm so scared to even read that one because it's massive. I heard that the last one's the best one, and I've also heard that it's not the best one, so it's like so confusing. But I'm like so excited just to continue. And then I heard the next book of the series is coming out, if I'm not mistaken. But we're gonna read it, and also there's gonna be a vlog just dedicated to this book, so I'm not gonna go too much into depth in this video for this one, just like telling you if it's a 5-star or not. If we're gonna, this video's gonna be 3, 4, 2, 1 hours, 10 minutes long, who knows. If you want to hear more about my thoughts in this book, it's gonna be a video about it. I don't know when, but yeah, that's why I'm not gonna talk much about it. So I finally finished A Court of Wings and Fury. Oh my god, I'm like mixing up the names. A Court of Wings and Ruin. This is not a 5-star read, which I thought it would be, but no. I gave it a 4.5, which is still a good read. I absolutely loved it, but not my 5-star read. We're gonna continue looking for that. The next book I'm reading is The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Drake or Dave. Laura Dave. This is a thriller, so I'm excited about that. Thrillers are not like my thing, but I'm excited about that. This sounds really good, so I'm really excited. I don't know if it'll be 5 stars because I don't think I've ever read. Maybe I have when I first started reading, but I don't think I've rated like thriller mysteries 5 stars. But it might be good. Well, no, it's not. I know it's gonna be good. I've heard really good things about this, so I'm really excited. So let's get on reading, and yeah, I'll come and update you guys. I'm just gonna go eat and then maybe pick up this book. I do want to go to Barnes and get a book, but I don't know, maybe, who knows. But just keep on reading. Alright, so I just started this today, and I actually just finished it like maybe 2 minutes ago. I gave it a 3.5. I thought it was a great, like, fast-paced book. It was great. Like, it started good. Everything was like perfect, and then the ending, I did not get it. Like, what happened? It was just like, I don't know, it was weird. But I heard there's a TV show, so I'm actually gonna watch that because I want to know how different it is from the book. I mean, like, the story, like, everything behind it, why he disappears and everything, like, I get it. Spoiler alert, but the ending was, like, I thought they would reunite, and it obviously didn't happen. Yeah, not my 5 stars. I didn't think so. I never really give thrillers. Maybe I have, like, maybe 1 or 2 of them. I can't remember, but I definitely, thrillers are not, like, always 5 stars for me. But I really did like it. It was a fast read. Like I said, I started it today and already finished it. It was really quick. But yeah, not my 5 stars. Now I'm gonna start A Kiss to Tell by Willow Winters. This sounds so good. This could be a 5-star read. I don't know. We're gonna have to read to find out. This is like a short book. Is this like a 300 page? No, this is less than 300 pages. Actually, yeah, it's literally 272 pages. So I want to think that I can finish this pretty quick. I probably won't finish it tonight, but I probably, if I can, I probably finish it tomorrow. This is a little thinny, so I'm excited. I want to say this is like a 5-star rating because of what is just a 5-star prediction, not rating. It just sounds really good. Let's get to reading, and I will update you guys when I have like an update on this. Hello, it's time for an update for A Kiss to Tell. I don't think this is a 5 stars. I thought it would be. It sounded up my alley. It might be up my alley, but it begins like really slow. Basically, we're just getting to know the characters and their past. Basically, we go from Chloe's point of view and Sebastian's point of view. So we're basically just listening, just reading Chloe and what happened to her mom in the past. Basically what happened to her life. And then we go to Sebastian's point of view and explain kind of like what he does or what happened between him and Chloe. Same as Chloe explains what happened to her and Sebastian, like in her words. But it has been really slow for me. I am on page 180 This is Sebastian's point of view. I already got to the spies, which I didn't really like much. It was just more like they like got to the point so quick. I don't know what else to say because it's, I don't know, it's just like, it's so weird. Like I don't think I've ever read a book like this where like the buildup was kind of weird. Like, yeah, we have the stories and then he comes to see her for a reason, and then it's like, okay, you're gonna spend the night at my house because I want to keep you safe, and then boom. It's like not really like, it is like a second chance romance, but I don't know, it's weird. You just have to read it. But I am, like I said, the ending is what makes it for me, so hopefully this has a better ending than what it's going for right now. It is not a long book. It is a 200, I think it was like a 272 page book. It is 272 pages and I'm on 180, so I'm definitely more than halfway done with this. But yeah, A Kiss to Tell. I will come and update you when I have more of an update, because right now I don't even know what's happening in the book, really. But I will update you, and I am so sorry about the lighting. My lights were off. I was actually asleep right now. I read a few chapters and then I dozed off because I was so tired. And then my dog started barking at something, someone, who knows, and I woke up. I'm just so tired. Like, it was a good day of work, but it was a tiring day of work. So it has been emotional day at work, emotional month, emotional week, and I feel like next week's gonna get worse for me. Too many emotions. Alright, so there's an update. I finally finished A Kiss to Tell and I rated it at 3 stars. It was like really weird. Like, at the beginning, he wanted to like have nothing to do with her because he was just like protecting her by pushing her away. But then a few chapters in, she like stayed over and then they started this whole relationship. And he like left his whole world for her. So it was weird. Did not like it as much. I don't even know what to say about that book anymore. It was not a book for me. The Spies was okay, but everything else just not okay for me. Which it brings me to what book I actually started. The Nanny by Anna Ferguson. And I don't think I've updated you guys at anything at all, but I'm on page 336. Basically, she had an OnlyFans. She closed it down because this man that she liked a lot stopped like messaging her, but nobody knows, like, she didn't know the reason what was behind the stop messaging. And then basically she needed money and she was gonna get, you know, evicted from her apartment, and then she saw an ad for a nanny, which they were paying like really good, and she got the job. And then she starts this relationship with her boss, which is Aiden, and her name is Cassie. They know each other. They're very familiar to each other. I mean, you can imagine why. But anyways, so far it's actually really good. I love the relationship between Cassie and, I can't remember the little girl's name, but his daughter. So cute. There is another woman in there, which is Cassie's mom's sister. But we do find out Cassie's mom passes away. So that's why he needs a nanny, because he works a lot. He's a cook, like a very high class paid cook. So yeah, so he does all that stuff. So far, I'm almost done. I'm like 80% done with this book. I just need this much more to finish it. And I want to say I might finish it today. I don't know if it's going to be my 5-star. I thought from the beginning it would be my 5-star. Like, there's some messages that she has with Guy that she really likes on OnlyFans, and I like that because every chapter that starts with that. I don't know, for some reason I feel like this could be the 5-star because I have been enjoying this book. It all depends on the ending, like I mentioned before. Depending on the ending is depending on the rating, because honestly right now I feel like this might be our 5 stars, but who knows. But I'm gonna continue reading and I will update you guys. I've been listening to most of the audio because I've been cleaning and doing like a lot of things around the house, because like I mentioned, I think I talked to you guys about this, I'm not sure, my parents are flying on Friday, so they'll be here Friday night, so I have to like clean the room they're staying in, because I think I've talked to you many times about this, how this room is like my room, so it has like so much clutter on the bed. But everything's in the closet now. I already folded and hung on my clothes. But I've been cleaning the house. I know that it's gonna get dirty by Friday, so I'm gonna have to like redo it, but I just wanted to like deep clean it and then just kind of like go over it on Friday before my parents get here, and then we get our new couch delivered on Friday. I think the last book I updated you guys that I was gonna read was The Nanny, if I'm not mistaken, but I can't remember, it's been a while, but I can't remember if I told you guys what I rated A Kiss to Tell, which I rated a 3 stars. And The Nanny, it was close. It was so close. A 4.75. I liked it and I think it was really fast paced, but there was just something not letting me rate a 5 stars. I think it still needed like something a little bit more, you know. It might have been just like that third act breakup, like always. I think I'm just getting like tired. Obviously every book has that. Maybe that's what it was. So yeah, not a 5 stars, but it was close to it. The next book I'm gonna read, I don't know if it's gonna be a 5 stars. I know I rated the first, it's a series. The first book I rated 5 stars. The second book was a 4.75. And the third book is Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. I don't know if I'm gonna rate this a 5 stars. I started reading already. I'm barely on on page 10. So I'm really excited to continue and see what I rate this, which honestly I don't think it's gonna be a 5 stars. You never know. It's not a 5 star prediction for me, but you just never know, man. You just never know. But I'm excited to continue. I will update you guys when I get like, I want to say about halfway through, and let you know what I feel, what the mood is for this book. And then if not, we will continue this video. And if this is it, then this is it. But I'm so excited to read this. Finally put this to rest and wait 2 years for the next book to come out. I honestly feel like it's going to make me cry, because book 1 and book 2 made me cry. And if you haven't seen, I have been doing like vlogging every time I read the books. I read book 1, book 2, and then I'm vlogging this one. Each book has its own video, so you go watch that if you haven't watched it. And yeah, so I'm excited for this book, and I will come update you guys when I have an update for this. So I need to update you on Onyx Storm. I am on page 252. I made a choice to DNF this book, but not fully DNF it. I'm just going to softly DNF it because I have been struggling to read this, but I don't know if it's just like me personally, because I'm in a big slump right now, or this book is just really slow. I will come back to it. I mean, it might be just me because it's literally June 19th and I have not finished one book. This is what I've been reading since June 1st. I've been reading this book for 19 days and I have not been able to finish it. It takes me about maybe a week, but 19 days, that's like 2 weeks. That's not okay. That's like almost 3 weeks. So I'm gonna decide to softly DNF it. Maybe we can try again next month. I am gonna start reading Collided by Bob Cabra. Technically, obviously, Onyx Storm was not a 5 stars. At first, when I started reading it, I really thought it was going to be, but once I like kept going, it started really like going downhill for me really bad. So yeah, but I don't know, it might not be the book. It might just be me, that I'm just in a reading slump so bad that I need something like steamier. I don't know, something. I don't know. It could just be that it's a fantasy book right now and I'm not really into fantasy. I need more. But I don't know, because I started reading also Fearless, I think, the last book in the Powerless trilogy. And that one, I'm like barely in chapter 3, 4, and it's really good. Like, it has me entertained. So I don't think it necessarily is that it is, you know, fantasy. So I don't know what it is, but it's just that book. I can't. It might just be the book. I don't know. But I'm gonna start reading Collided, and hopefully I can, this could be the first book I finish. I don't know if I'm gonna go from this to my Kindle, but I'm gonna start reading it today, and I will come and update you. I'm so sorry about the light. I will come and update you guys when I have an update for you. But yeah, Onyx Storm is gonna be a softly DNF. I'm not really gonna talk about it here. I will have a video uploaded. I don't know if it's before this one or after this one. Just like focusing on Onyx Storm, and I will give you all my thoughts and details there. So if it's up now, go watch it. If not, it's gonna be after this video. We will see in the future. But for now, I'm gonna sit and read Collided for a bit and see what I think about this. So yeah. Hello, time for an update. I don't remember what was the last time we talked. I don't know if I had told you guys that I started Collided, because I know I did talk to you guys about softly DNFing Onyx Storm, and I did start Collided by Ball Cabra. This totally reminds me of Icebreaker. The same thing happened. She started, I guess she was trying to get into this program, I think. I don't know if it's a program or a college. And then she kind of like, her advisor kind of like put her to do this paper, and then the hockey player, he got community service for something that he took the blame for. So then they kind of like started talking because of that reason. Like, but she, obviously there's like she hates hockey players for a reason, and she wanted nothing to do with the hockey players. But obviously, like, they started like doing for this project, so they started talking, and it's basically like Icebreakers. If you read Icebreakers, you know what I'm talking about. A little different, but kind of the same, because there's still that, I think in this book he's an ex-boyfriend, if I'm not mistaken. That but I'm not sure if he's an ex-boyfriend. I know he's like something to do with her also, and he like tries to sabotage her too. So like it's kind of the same thing. So obviously it's not a 5-star book. I think I did give Icebreakers maybe a 5 or a 4.5. I can't remember, but I did read that one a long time ago. I do want to say this one's a 4 stars for me. Yes, I did like it. But is it 5 stars? No, it's not a 5 stars. It's my 4. I think this video is going to go for a while, because I have not found my 5 stars. I already DNF'd the book. Been in the slump for a while too, so this is the first book I actually finished in June. I'm not gonna talk much about that here. I will have a wrap-up video soon about that, or if I probably already have it up. I probably already have it, so go watch that. I really did like it, so I do give it a 4 stars. But the next book I'm gonna start, I've had this book for a while too. I bought it a while back. I started reading it, but I wasn't so into fantasy at the moment when I bought this, so I kind of like DNF'd it. Now that I want to like reread it again to see if, let me see what page. Oh, I DNF'd it on page 25, chapter 3. So I'm gonna see if I can get into, like, I've actually liked it. I know this is the YA series, because when I went to Barnes & Noble, the author was actually there and she signed this book. So this is a signed book. But the book is Ember of Night by Molly E. Lee. And the only reason I even bought this is because I was talking to the author and she told me this is kind of like his Shadowhunters. And I think at that moment I was reading Shadowhunters. I haven't finished the series, but I do love the first, second, and third book. That's all I read, and I absolutely love that. I watched the show on Hulu. I think it's where it came out. I did not really like the show compared to the books. Obviously, the books were much better, but this is what she said. This book was kind of like Shadowhunters, but I don't know if it was because I was reading Shadowhunters at the moment, so when I picked up this book, it wasn't like calling my name or anything. Like, I just couldn't, so I put it down. I do want to finish, like, I do want to read it, so hopefully it's better, like, for me. I think the cover, she updated her covers if I'm not mistaken, or maybe that's those because this one's a hardcover, so maybe those are the, oh my god, I forgot, the paperbacks. I wanted to jump on here and talk to you guys a little bit. I am almost 60% done with Ember of Night. I'm on chapter 27, which is a long chapter. It's like a 42-minute chapter on Kindle, so yeah, it's really long. I do want to talk about how I heard this is like a shadow hunter kind of book. Kind of is, because it does involve demons, and I think angels, if I'm not mistaken. It took about 25, I want to say, per set to get like into the plot. Like the beginning, obviously the first book, you're meeting all these characters and you're getting to know these people and all that. But honestly, it took forever. Like, we find out who, you know me, I forget the names of the characters. Draven, he's the guy. And then Kai is the best friend. And Harley, if I'm not mistaken, Harley is the main girl. She, you know, she works at a deli. She has a very abusive father, but she has been like, she's working basically towards to get an apartment so she can move her sister and her out of there. But she's trying to fight for custody of her sister because her dad's like a drunk, abusive father, right? Okay. Well, then we meet Draven. They meet at a bar, a club. I can't remember what it was, but they were dancing. They never saw each other again. And then he basically applies for a job at her deli. He gets the job, and then they like start talking. Apparently, Draven and Kai know each other. We don't know where. We don't know how. Not yet. At least not yet. I have a feeling that Kai knew about Harley. I don't know if that's true, but it's the same thing. Shadowhunters. She has a best friend. She turns 18. She doesn't know what's happening. She finds out what she is or where she comes from, and then she has to like fight this war, right? Basically, this is the same thing. She's turning 18. She finds out they, you know, want her, demons, this whole other world that she didn't even know about. Her best friend wants her. She doesn't want her best friend. So, and then that's basically like still not like, we're not knowing until she gets like attacked. This is like 20-25% into this book, and then that's when she, you know, finds out about all like the different, we still don't know what she like, I mean, kind of, I just found out what they want her for, but this is like, I'm talking about like halfway through the book. It's hard. It has been a hard book to get through, at least the beginning. Right now it's actually like very entertaining. I have to go, I'm like doing the audio and then reading because it just gets to parts where it's like so slow, so I have to put the audio on. But so far it's good. It's definitely not gonna be a 5 stars. I need to find a 5-star book. This video is gonna go on for so long. I did go to Barnes yesterday and I bought 5 books, and maybe we'll read one of them because I'm really entertained. I'm really excited about 2 of them. So, I mean, I want to go through my TBR first, right? But there were just some books that I bought and they look entertaining. So, I'm excited. And they're all the authors. Like, I've never heard about, well, not all of them. I think one of them I've heard about before, but the other 4, they're new authors, if I'm not mistaken. It's really, like, entertaining. Like, they really sound really good. Okay, I'm gonna keep on reading this. I might do the audio right now because I'm gonna work on some stuff for my TBR of next month, and I'm gonna wrap some books, and I'm gonna do audio, and yeah, so I will let you guys know later when I'm done with this book. I will come back and update you. Like I said, it's probably not gonna be 5 stars, but as of right now, I think I'm gonna rate this book a 3 stars, and then depending on like the ending or yeah, everything, it's probably gonna go up a little bit. But as of right now, it's a 3-star book for me. Alright, I'm back and I finished Ember of Night. Remember I told you guys I thought this was gonna be a 3. It went up to a 4, not a 5, but it did go up a little bit. The ending had me, I am gonna continue the series for sure. Loved it. Like I said, the beginning was kind of hard for me to get in because it took forever to get to the plot. But oh my god, that Andy. Like, shut up. Okay, it basically has nothing to do with like shadow hunters. Yes, it has to do with demons, has to do with hell, and I think it has to do with like God. So this is kind of more like a supernatural thing than more of like shadow hunters. I still have more questions like where did she come from and different questions like about her. But honestly, this was great. The only thing I did not like at all about this book is the nickname she gets from Draven. I don't like it. I called it with her best friend, and yeah, I'm just very excited for this book. I really did like it, like I said, and I cannot wait to pick up the second one. 4 stars for Ember of Night. I'm like literally shook because I didn't think I was gonna like this book as much as I did. But I did. I think the next book I'm gonna read is All In by Jennifer. I forgot her name. Give me a sec. Yes, All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the 4th book in the Natural series, which the 4th. No, the 4th or 3rd. I think it's a 3rd. Give me a sec. The 3rd. Sorry. The 3rd book in the Natural series. I really did like the first one. The second one, loved it more than the first one. And I'm hoping this one's really good. So yeah, that's what I'm going to read next for this video. Hopefully, I think I rated the first one and second one 5 stars. So hopefully this is our 5-star read. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? So that's going to be our next read for this video. And I will update you guys when there's an update. Because right now, I'm going to give me like an hour to soak up this book. And then I'm probably going to start reading because I've been reading all day. So I did say I was gonna start All In, but I actually started The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. I am on chapter 5, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, chapter 5. I started it technically like yesterday, today-ish. Yesterday night. No, yeah. Yesterday night, and then I continue like this morning reading a little bit more. I'm liking it so far. Is there a reason I picked that one instead of this one? Not really, just preference. But I don't know if it's gonna be a 5 stars. I am like, sorry, I have so much food stuck in my braces right now, so I'm sorry if you see any food in there. I just finished eating, so. And then I did go to the dentist this morning and I changed my colors. I am liking it. Basically, we start off where she lost her mom, so she hasn't been working. Well, she hasn't worked. This is like a day after her mom passed. She goes back to work and like trying to, get back to work, and her boss is like, no, you need to take this off. She's like, nope. But then they don't want to send her anywhere, so she kind of just stays at the office, and this is kind of like a security firm, if I'm not mistaken. But she stays, and then they assign her to be a bodyguard for this famous person, but she's not too thrilled to do that. So far, it's good. I hate the long chapters, but it's okay. But so far it's good. I don't know if it'll be a 5 star. I can't really say because I'm like barely 5 chapters in. But it hasn't been like boring to me so far. It has caught my attention since the beginning. I like what I'm reading and all that. So we'll see what's happening. Right now it looks so dark in here because I honestly have the lights off and it's so cloudy outside, so the lighting's kind of off, and then my AC has not been working for so long. I have this like window AC that we bought because your girl was not going to be able to make it in this hot weather. I am going to read and I will come back and talk to you guys when I have an update. I want to say like at least half. That's when I tried to do an update for you guys. But I want to say I'm going to get through this book pretty quick. It's only a 300-page book. So I am like 60% done with this book. I am loving this. This might be actually my 5-star read. But like I said, it all depends on the ending. This is really cute. It is fast paced. I am just loving everything about this book. The fake dating, you guys know that's one of my favorites, fake dating. So yeah, I am loving it. I will continue and read this, and I will come back to you guys and update you when I'm done with this book and what the actual rating was for it. So I finally finished this last night, and let me tell you, we finally found our 5-star book. I am so excited. Everything about this was so cute. I loved everything on it. You know me, I love me a fake dating, and this is what it was. And I love, like, I don't want to talk much about it because I don't want to spoil it, but everything was just like really cute. I think the fact to me was that she was like his bodyguard, and they fake dating for his mom because his mom was like she had really bad health, so she didn't want to put her through that. Through her knowing that her son had a bodyguard, you know. So it was cute. Love the ending to this. I don't know. I just thought this book was really, really cute overall. We finally have come to the end of this video. I finally found a 5-star read. I don't know how long it took, but it took a while to find. Finally we did. And I feel like I finally got out of a book slump, so I'm doing a lot better with reading right now. So I'm kind of excited for what comes next after this. Don't forget to go join my book club on Facebook. All the links are going to be let down below. And don't forget to follow me on social media, on my TikTok, my Instagram. That's really mostly what I have. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.